we're going to have a reduced economy going forward. At least as far as the retail, it's going to go from 72 down to somewhere maybe north of 65% of GDP. So you have to say to yourself, if that's going to be a long-term deal, I have to really restructure my whole operation from where it was in order to accommodate the new. And once you do that, and you start to say that instead of operating from a 71% GDP, I'm down to 67, but my infrastructure accommodates that, you can go back to picking up 1, 2, 3% and make money. But if you don't want to do that, if you haven't done that, then you're going to be out of business. I do turnarounds, and so I've turned around Neiman's and Barney's and Macy's as well as Penny's, and so they're all different. So there's upscale and there's middle price point. And I think that the common denominator, and this is what is typical about human nature. People don't like to focus. People like to do a lot of things. And you look at people and say, I got a whole list of things. Either they don't have a list of what they're going to do today or the week or the year or the 6 months, or they have a list that's this big. And usually the things that are most important never get crossed off. In business, as in human experiences, you've got to decide what are the most important things I'm going to do today so that I'm going to get the value out of that and I'm going to get the biggest bang for my buck. And that's the same in a business. You've got to prioritize the things you need to do. And then in a business, which doesn't necessarily apply to people, you realize that you may be the CEO, the chairman, or whatever, but you're only one of many people. For big businesses to be truly successful and be very competitive, they've got to be able to bring all the people together and have the same priorities, their priorities. So if I can't get you to buy into this priority, I'm going to be less successful. If you haven't found something that really excites you, that you really want to go back the next morning to do, and you don't have enough time in that day to get all the things you want to do and that you can't wait to get back the next day, you probably haven't found yet the thing that's going to make a real difference in your life, that you're going to be willing to put that much waking time into. And if you don't want to do that, if you only want to work 8 hours, you're just not going to be a successful graduate of the school. The companies I went to, there was always something about them that interested me, that I went to work on the turnaround. They were in trouble, but I liked the franchise, and in liking it said, if I can be successful in this will be something that's worth saving. And so the interesting thing about all those different kinds of retail, there were many similarities in terms of why they get into trouble. And I, in doing them, always felt, I think I can do something with that company and make it better than what it was. And it wasn't that I was so smart, as I had a lot of different experiences that allowed me to have a vocabulary of things to do in terms of solving the problems.